Okay, so the last session was a little bit about the quantity and the huge amount of effort it takes. Let's stay with a neighbor of that and let's talk about repetition, okay, in marketing and for that much in life. Everything we talk here works in life and in business and in marketing. Okay, repetition. If as a child you wanted whatever it is you wanted, for me it was a bicycle, and it was skis, and it was a Coca-Cola every so often, or whatever it was. Usually as children we know that we need to bug our parents many times, repetitive, over and over and over and over again. Now grant you, our parents usually try to tell us, look, I said no, it's no, not now, blah, blah, blah. Stop asking, stop bothering. I understand that most parents do that. As a small child, we usually pay no attention to that and keep on bothering them. As we grow older, however, we become educated, we become good people, whatever it may be, and we stop asking, especially as we become salespeople, marketing people. We think that if we send some letter or whatever it may be, phone call, whatever it is, to a person once, maybe twice a year, maybe even 3 or 4 times a year, we might have done our job, because after all, one shall not exaggerate with lots of asking. And your fate is sealed. You're done, you're finished, because you're not repeating enough. You know, I really have not yet figured out why parents spend a tremendous amount of effort for the first 2, 3, or 4 years to teach us how to speak, in order for then the rest of our life tell us how to shut up. I really haven't figured out why they do that, but in any case they do so, or in most cases. Now, the point is, when it comes to marketing, you need to repeat many times, way more often than you think, you know, thinking back to the last of how much effort and how much quantity it takes. So if you happen to have, let's just say you have 12,000 prospects, just to put a number there for an example. So you have, 12,000 prospects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12,000 prospects here. And let's just say each month, even though one shouldn't have a budget limit at all, I might talk about that down the road, but let's assume you have this budget limit. Each month you can be sending out 1,000 letters to your people, because you have 1,000, whatever, you have money for 1,000 letters, okay? So you send out each month. So in January you send out 1,000. Who do you send out in February? Okay? And in March, are you going to send it out to the next 1,000, so that in the end of the year you reached all 12,000, and then the second year you start over with this one again? That would be a mistake. That would be definitely a mistake. You want to send out to the first 1,000 as often and as much. So basically you send them every month. Now, could you be doing a little bit, you send whatever, 50%, 500 here, and then you start sending, the other 500 here, and you repeat them 2, 3 times, and you kind of move a little bit through. There's no black and white completely, but one thing is for sure, you want to market to them as often as possible. What will happen is, marketing will go along like this. You send it out, your return will be like this. Your return will go up after a while. And it depends on the industry, it's all different, and even it depends on many other things. There's no industry standard either. It may be taking 6 weeks, 6 months, till it goes up, and then all of a sudden you will see it somehow flattening out and even going down. That's obviously the time that you go and choose yourself a new set of people. And even there, it would be very ideal to keep mailing those ones. Ideally, of course, we find enough money and effort that we get to all 12,000, not once, but 2, 3, 5, 6, and 10 and 20 times a month. Yes, that often. You know, even if you're a machine manufacturer or something like that, you want to be in front of the people's eye all the time. Out of mind, out of sight. It goes the other way around. Out of sight, out of mind. What do you think why Coca-Cola and for that much Sony and IBM and McDonald's and so many other companies, why is there advertising in our face all the time? You open any television channels and there they are. You open any billboard and there they are, one way or the other way. Because they have money to waste? No. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Large companies do not do the things they do because they are large. Large companies are large because of the things they do. Let me repeat that. Large companies are not large because of the things they do, but they are large. No. What am I saying? Large companies are not doing the things they do because they are large, but they are large because of the things they do. You've got to realize that. They may have done the things they now do as they are large in much smaller quantities, of course. But they have done that, and that's what I'm trying to introduce you to. So you've got to repetitively keep getting to people in large quantity. Ideally once a day. I know that will not be possible from the day one on and all that stuff, but we just got to increase it. Most people, I hear that doesn't matter whether it's a dentist in New York or whether it's a printer in Chicago or whether it's a plastic manufacturer in India. They keep telling me once, twice, 4 times a year to contact their prospects. That's already like, wow, yeah, shouldn't that be plenty? They know we're here. I'm telling you, if you contact them 2, 3, and 4 times a year, chances are they didn't even not once see your letter. It didn't even register. It takes, by statistics, by survey. And that survey was done, by the way, minimally 20-some years ago. It takes 16, 17 times for a person to even register your letter. Wow! He has to see it that often. Does that mean if you send it 17 times, he sees it 17 times? Nope. Many times he will not see it. His secretary will have thrown it away way before he gets to him. All right. People have other things in their mind the minute or second your letter arrives. Way other things. A problem with his kids in school. A beautiful marriage happening. A good or bad business deal. Just a busy day. Oh my God. If you do not contact them over and over again, you're dead. However, and I will show you that down the road towards the end of these video sessions and when we go into the mechanics, how we will contact people with so many different types of messages that you do not become a pest. Very, very important. All right? All right, good. So,